Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here at ReadySetStrum. Today I'm going to teach you how to play the song Good Good Father by the band Housefires. So grab a guitar and let's get strumming. Okay, so for this song we're going to be using a capo, and if you don't have a capo, that's okay. You can still follow along with us. You just won't be in the same key as we are or as the recording is, but again, you can still learn the chords and the progression and everything like that. So if you do have a capo though, we are going to be capoing our guitar on the 2nd fret. And so this song is in the key of A, but with the capo we're going to be playing it more like a G configuration. So there we are. All right, so the first thing I want to do is just talk about the strumming pattern for this song. The rhythm is like a 3/4, and so you would want to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's got like a waltz feel to it. And probably the easiest strum pattern, if you don't have a real strong rhythm hand, is just to do like 1, 2, and 3 and. Okay, so down, down, up, and that'll sound like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and so on. Okay, so that's going to be the strum pattern. Now I'm going to probably, you might see me playing a rhythm that's a little bit different than that from time to time, but it'll still be in a 3/4 time signature. So don't throw that off, or don't let that throw you off if you see me do that. Again, it's just kind of a recommendation for a basic strum pattern that you can follow. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the intro for the song. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the chords for the intro. There's basically just 2 chords that we're going to be kind of going back and forth between, and they are the G chord and the G suspended chord. So we have the G chord, and then we're going to have what's called a G suspended chord, like that. All right, so first off, let's talk about the G chord. For this particular G, we want to play a basic G major chord, nothing fancy, but the hand configuration that we want to do is 3rd finger on the top, middle finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, pinky on the bottom, 3rd fret. Okay, so again, 3rd finger, top string, 3rd fret. Okay, we should get, then we'll place our middle finger on the 2nd fret of our 5th string. The 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd will all be open, and then the bottom string, we're going to use our pinky to play that 3rd fret. So we'll get this G chord. All right, so the way that, or the reason that we want to play the G this way is because on our 2nd chord, we're playing what's called a G suspended chord. And the way that we're going to play that is by just continuing with our G chord, but we're going to add our 1st finger to the 1st fret of our 2nd string. Okay, so here's our G, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add the 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, and that'll give us the G suspended. All right, and so those are the 2 chords that we're going to be playing back and forth between. And so what it'll sound like is we'll play 2 bars of the G, and then we'll play 2 bars of the G suspended. So it'll sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. Okay, so that's going to be our intro for the song. Now let's go ahead and move on to the verse. All right, so for the verse of this song, we're going to continue just that same strum pattern, or the same chord progression, the G and the G suspended. All right, and so that's going to start us off on the verse. And let me see, I've got the words here. I'll pull these up real quick. All right, so it'll sound kind of like this. Oh, I heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me. Okay, so all right, so I just wanted you to kind of hear what that guitar part sounded like with the words. Now don't judge my singing, all right? I'm not a vocal instructor, I'm a guitar instructor, all right? So But in all seriousness, I wanted you to just kind of hear what that sounded like with the word. So, so that's going to be the first part of our verse. So we're going to basically go G, G suspended, and again doing 2 times on each one. G, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, G suspended for 2 measures. So the verse will go G, G suspended, G, G suspended, again G, G suspended, G, G suspended. And then at the end of the verse, we're going to switch our chords and we're going to end it by going to the what's called the C add 9 chord. All right, so that's going to be this chord here. All right, if you're not familiar with it, the way that we make this chord is we play our middle finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. First finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, so the next string down. The 3rd string will be open. Then the 2nd string, we're going to play the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. And then the pinky is also going to be on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. All right, now we're going to not play the top string, so we're going to play the 5th string down, and that's going to give us this chord. Okay, that's called a C add 9 chord. All right, we're going to play that one twice, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then from there we're going to move to what's called a G over a B chord. And this is a real simple transition. All we're going to do is we're going to basically go from the C add 9, and then we're just going to move the top note where our middle finger is, we're going to move that down 1 fret. And so the way that we do that is by using our first finger, moving it up to the 2nd fret of that 5th string, and then just leaving the 4th string open. So we'll have first finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, the 4th string, and that's what that note will sound like. So again, 2nd fret, 5th string. All right, 4th string's open, 3rd string's open, and then the same bottom 2 fingers are on the bottom 2 strings. So we got the 3rd and the pinky on the bottom 2 strings, 3rd fret, and that's going to give us this G over B chord. All right, and again, if you're not familiar with this chord, basically what we're doing is we're playing a G chord, like a full G chord, but we're leaving the top note out. So whereas this is a G on the top, we're taking that out, or taking that out of the chord, and we're putting the emphasis or the bass emphasis on the B note, which is where that 5th string or that first finger is. All right, so again, starting back at the C, we got the C add 9, the G over B. Okay, and then our 3rd chord here is going to be what's called the A minor 7. So it's basically an A minor chord. Okay, but we're going to take the 3rd finger out, and so we've only got the 1st and the 2nd finger here. And then what I like to do is add that pinky note to that high G or A note actually, but the bottom string 3rd fret. So just like we had it on the C add 9 and the G over B chord, we want to try to add that to this A minor 7, and so that'll give us this chord. All right, and if you have trouble adding that pinky, that can be difficult for some people. Don't worry about that. You can still play without it, and it'll sound fine. I've had students before that have learned this song and they had trouble with that note, and so we just we'll just leave that note out if that gives you trouble. I do like to add it though if possible, because that way you've got this nice kind of high note that's like a common note going through all of those chords. So to play that last line of the verse, it's going to sound like this: C add 9, G over B, A minor 7, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just end with the D chord, like that. All right, so I'm going to play the whole verse for you, start to finish. All right, so we got G suspended, G suspended, G, G suspended, G, G suspended, G, G suspended, and now we're going to the C add 9, G over B, A minor 7, and then D. Okay, so that's your verse for the song. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the chorus. Okay, so for the chorus of the song, we're going to be going into our C. So after we've done our verse, we've held that D out, we're going to pick back up on that C add 9. You're a good, good father. Like that. All right. So, and the chords for the chorus here are going to be C add 9, G, A minor 7, D, start back over with the C add 9, G, sorry, A minor 7, and D. So basically just think of your 4 chords, the C add 9, the G chord, A minor 7, D. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play those 4 chords and then repeat and play them again. And that's going to play through the chorus. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so there you have it. You've got your chorus there. So after that, it's just going to go back into a verse again, and you're just going to repeat everything that you played in the first verse. And then you're going to play, so you'll play through a second verse, a second chorus, everything exactly the same as what I just showed you there. And then it'll get into the bridge. So let's take a look at that now. All right, so for the bridge of this song, it's going to start on the C add 9, just like we did in the chorus. And then it's going to move from here, it'll move to the E minor 7. All right, so the way you make an E minor 7, if you're not familiar, we're going to keep these bottom 2 fingers on the bottom 2, or excuse me, the 3rd and 4th finger on the bottom 2 strings, just like we did with that C chord. And then all we're going to do to make the E minor 7 is take our 1st and our 2nd finger. We're going to place our 1st finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Our middle finger goes right underneath that one, so it'll be on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. 3rd string will be open, and then we'll have those 3rd and 4th fingers on the bottom 2 strings, 3rd fret. And we are also going to add the open top string. This is an E minor chord, so we want this open E string to also be in there. And that's going to give us the E minor, or the E minor 7. All right, so we have the C add 9, E minor 7, then we're going to go to the A minor 7, and then the G. Start back over with the C add 9, E minor 7, and then we're going to go to the D this time. So it's almost the same as the first half, but we'll end it with the D chord, and we're going to play the D twice. All right, and so again, this is the bridge, which is the because you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. All right, so that's the bridge of the song. All right, so I'm going to play through the whole thing for you, the whole bridge part for you. It sounds like this. Start with the C add 9 and C add 9, E minor 7, A minor 7, and then the G. Back to the C add 9, E minor 7, and then D. And it's just going to repeat that again. C add 9, E minor 7, A minor 7, G, C add 9, E minor 7, D. All right, and that's our bridge. All right, so now after we played through the bridge, we're gonna go back into like a final verse of the song. And for this one, it's gonna be the exact same chord progression, so you can play it the same way you did with the first two verses. However, this, in the song, this is kind of a little bit more pulled back. They've kind of like a breakdown, so they've kind of really pulled back. So you can still play it, maybe just real light. And I should add that there is also this little interlude here of the G and the G suspended. So you're going to play on that a couple of times before going into that final verse, okay? But again, just keep it light. And as we go into this final verse, we're going to just play everything the same that we did for the first two verses. And then after that, we'll have a final chorus. And yeah, and then on this chorus, same thing. Just play through the chorus the same way as you did the first two choruses. Now, if I'm not mistaken, after the second chorus, or excuse me, after this final chorus, they actually go back into the bridge again and play through that bridge a second time. And so there's a couple of different ways you can end the song, or just decide how you want to play it out. If you want to just play through that chorus, you can do that and then end it, or if you want to go back into the bridge again and do that, you can do, just, it's kind of up to you. I hope you've enjoyed this. Also, check out there's a link in the description of a lead sheet. If you want a lead sheet that actually has the song lyrics with the chords written above the lyrics, just be sure to check that out in the description below. I've got a link to that, and hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was a fun video for you. This is a great song. It's a super acoustic song. It's a lot of fun to play, and hopefully this has been enjoyable for you. If you like it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm going to try to put these video tutorials up for these songs at least once a week. So if you have any suggestions or songs that you would like to learn, just let me know in the comment section below, and I will try to get those going for you. All right, so have a good one, and I will see you next time.